Hey everybody, it's Zeidoktor here with Typical Manga Fan, and this episode of the Typical Manga Review is dedicated to not one, not two, but three chapters of Inside Mari. We have chapters 76, 77, and 78.
And I have to say, it was worth the wait, but maybe because we have all this three chapters at once, so it feels like we get a lot out of it.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
what would it be like if we got these chapters one at a time?
hmm,
I might actually haven't had an issue with the pacing. Maybe not. But because we're getting all these chapters at once, we can only I guess we're kind of gonna have to review it as if it was one chapter, as if.
yeah. I mean that just makes sense, and like I said, the way a Mari chapter goes generally, it shouldn't be too hard at all.
Yeah, I mean the pacing has been kind of slow though, up to this point.
Yeah.
So.
Right, so 76, we're going to start with chapter 76, Komori's Journal, and we start out with at Isao's house, where Isao's mother is giving them like the strength refreshment and just telling them to make themselves at home.
And then this awkward silence.
Yeah, Mari just pretty much like is Komari rather is pretty much right down to business. Where's the journal? But but she's so nervous about reading it that actually, here's a little monologue here. It's like she talks to Yori like this house, everything in it, kind of like we already knew. She's seen it all for the first time, even though it's supposed to be her family's home. So, and she just tells Yori that she's happy to meet. I got to meet you, Yori-san, because it happened this way.
So basically, it's like she's saying goodbye to everyone.
Yeah.
It's like it's because she feels. I think she gets the feeling if she reads this journal, she'll somehow go away.
Right.
Um,
And before she can even start fully opening up, like Yori snatches it away and tells Isao to get out of the room.
well, first off, I want to say that Kamari gives a really big like stare to Isao, as if because it makes sense because they both she thinks she's Isao, she looks at the real Isao, and you have that connection. And yeah, Yori snatches away the journal and wants Isao to leave because she wants it just to be those two. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of annoyed about that, and I understand you want privacy, but I think Isao. First off, this is his room, okay?
Yeah.
It's his journal,
Mm-hmm.
and if you're gonna ask him to leave, at least say, "Can you please give us some space?" Don't say "get out." That's like, come on.
I thought they were getting on like a little bit better now too. But yeah, well.
Yeah, I was actually. I get that this is I get Yori's in a very emotional distressed state right now, mostly distressed state. But I'm a little disappointed because I felt like with her character development, she should have at least said, "Please leave." Another thing is, I think he actually is part of this because this is a girl who says she thinks she's him. He is part of this, and she's looking at his private journal.
Yep. I mean, hell,
of which he gave permission. Like this. He has every right to be in the room.
I saw like a meme, like GIF earlier today. In fact, it's like when you let somebody else use your cell phone, like, you kind of hover over them. It's like same kind of thing.
Well, it's because you don't want them to do other shit with your cell phone.
Yeah, or you never know what they're gonna find.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he gave her permission, but I feel like it's a different thing when you have to leave the room. I just find it rude, like what Yori just did. I know Yori's generally rude to Isao, but I just kind of felt like, come on, we're close to the end of the manga. Be nicer. Come on,
Anyway, next few pages go by, like Yori looks like she wants to say something but can't bring herself to, and I just realized something on page 15, 16.
Yeah.
Look at Mari's eyes on the center left panel.
Yeah.
You can see Yori in them.
Yeah.
I just now
She's
spotted
staring
that.
at her.
Well, no, yeah. But at the same time, like that little detail of actually drawing her in the eyes. That was a good touch.
Yes. This is something that would be kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Komari rather just kind of like hugs her and gently takes the journal back, and then they open it together.
I think Yori just doesn't. She still doesn't want Komari to read it, but actually now I think she just understood, like with Komari hugging and saying like I know this is hard for you, but this is something I have to do. So we have to do. I think the we should include a Sal, but okay. So she opens the journal, and we see basically all this information. Like I need to go. I have to go to university alone. I'm playing video games. Blah, blah,
well,
blah,
actually,
blah.
before we get started,
and then suddenly,
wait, before we do. Oh, well, I guess because that is kind of like what we see on the page there. I was about to say, like, we point out that we're actually entering the next chapter now, but you're right.
Yeah. So the eyes, we get a very big close up with the eyes, and whoa, shit,
Yeah. Looks like a chasm, almost like a bottomless pit.
Well, maybe that's the point.
Probably
so now we're switching to the next chapter,
where apparently Mario's going to school with Titans.
So we see the mouths, and why is she focusing on the pan?
I know, and or the fact that they
So
seem to be dirty. That's kind of like a little bit of a gross out right there.
so basically, what we're seeing is we're seeing there's the world's perspective from the original from the second Mari, like
Yeah,
the Mari's
the original
perspective.
Mari.
Well,
I
I was
like.
gonna say original, but I guess you can say original because Fumiko
Yeah,
is a different name. So yeah,
and
the
we'll kind of
original
be
Mari.
covering that in a minute here too. Like
Yeah.
like she doesn't even look at anybody like full face. It looks like not even like it looks like her brother.
Well, no, I think her brother is the only one that is actually normal.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it, because think about it.
Well,
So to her everything's
only because we don't see his mouth.
no here no what
Oh,
the reason,
okay. Go ahead.
yeah. Let me
I think I see
explain.
where you're going with this though.
Yeah, let me explain. Like when she sees her friends, she just sees that all they do is talk and talk and talk, and they're disgusting. That's why she sees it. You don't see their eyes, right? You don't see
Yeah.
their eyes at all, because that's not what she's paying attention to. When we see the other people, then you see just their eyes, but not their mouths.
Mm-hmm.
So you see that she sees people in a certain way, which is that she doesn't really recognize them she doesn't recognize them as, I guess, people in her eyes or something like that. Or she doesn't connect with them. That's a better way
And
to
then we
say
see
it.
Mari look at herself. She looks like a crayon drawing.
Yeah, because she doesn't understand she doesn't recognize herself either. And then she sees a mom, which I guess is like the demon, Like
Yeah, we get
what
full on.
caused all.
She's gone full Mommy Titan here.
You see the dad is transparent because the
Oh,
dad's
wow.
never there.
Sorry, I'm going through these pages like she is just grotesque.
Yeah, but the brother is normal because I think the
You're
brother's
right.
the brother's the only one I think she actually cares for.
And the father is actually like almost faded out.
Yeah, that's I did say that already.
Okay, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, because the dad's transparent, so that means he could be, and the reason why is because he's never there, right? Because he's always
Like,
at work and shit.
He may as well just not be there at all.
Exactly. So, but she cares about her brother, and we actually do. It actually makes sense because if you actually think about it, the brother and Mark's relationship did seem the most normal. Like he didn't seem out of place and all that shit.
Yeah.
And see the pictures that she seemed to have enjoyed her time with him at least.
Mm.
Although then again, you could argue that she looked like she enjoyed everyone's time. She enjoyed her time with everyone. But
And,
with her brother specifically, it's been shown in many other instances that she does care about him, or at least has shown to care about him. And then she saw
from there-
Isao.
Yep. And all through that her seeing Isao, like we're seeing like him in full sparkled beastie vision, even though he's nothing like of the sort.
Well, yeah, I think that's a good contrast too.
Yeah.
You see this guy masturbating. Okay, so we remember because she had a note saying that she was stalking Isao.
Yeah.
So this is basically that confirmation right here.
Yeah, like, she's watching him
Basically-
from across the way. Like she's basically
She's
watching him play games.
I just find it hilarious. She has all these snacks in like cafe. Like it's just like she's just like
Yeah.
laying back, just watching TV. Basically, it's like watching TV for her. So
Yeah.
and she sees Isao masturbate and
Like do all sorts of like just alone stuff.
yeah, alone stuff, and she basically like loves everything about it. Essentially, because to her, I think it's like her escape, right? So that's why she
Yeah.
loves it.
Like it's so different from everything she knows.
Yeah, exactly. And so she sees these people, and she sees she sees either the eyes or just the mouth. So they're not to her. They're not visible. They don't exist in her world. I guess you could say. And the mom is evil. But she sees this out, and it's all pretty and stuff.
And we actually get the answer of who tore up the picture.
It was her.
Fumiko, the original Fumiko photo we saw a long time back. Yeah, she saw the photo. Apparently, it brought things back, and she just ripped it up. She's all dazed and confused. It looks like, and that's when she actually like. Did she have like a key made for his apartment?
I'm.
Oh no! That's the one in the
Oh
umbrella.
no! Yeah, she got from the umbrella, right?
Yeah, that's right. Because I remember you pointed out to me before. I missed it before that he hid the key in the umbrella.
Yeah. So yeah, she used the umbrella, and so she opened it up, opened the journal, read everything, and that was when.
She became Isao.
Yeah, and she even says at the end, "I'm Isao." Although I felt like she should have said, "I'm not Isao," because that's her realization that she wasn't true. It wasn't real.
And this pretty much was your guess for all along here that she'd gotten everything about Isao she knew from the diary and her observations.
At a certain point, it stopped being a guess.
Yeah.
It's sort of like the Lola thing. It's like, come on, let's be real here.
Yeah. True.
But this is the full-on confirmation. So now.
By the way, wait. I don't know if I had said it before. I don't think I said chapter 77's title if it had one. Let me give it to Go ahead. You say what you're gonna say. I'll look that up for it.
I was just saying, like, wow, I lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so I was talking about. I just made. Even if Kubo came in and said and wrote this, he can't go back on that because Kubo always does that thing where he's like, I didn't say this, therefore it has to be. I can do this and that. Like I didn't say the spotters were 1 to 10. They're actually 0 to 9, even though everything else said to the contrary. To the contrary. So now we have a full-on confirmation that.
Yep.
What she saw was not truly a cell. And And if anything, that confirmation is now even further stated in the chapter 78. Let's go. Now we
Yeah.
see.
And incidentally, it looks like chapter 77 does not have a title.
Yeah. So we go back into Mari's mind basically, and we see naked Sao, naked Mari, and naked Fumiko. I'm a little disturbed by the Fumiko part, but I guess I'm okay with context.
Yeah, like I said, well, let's just say it fits the context, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. So basically, he says, "I know the truth. I don't actually exist. You created me. I'm just in a Sao Komori construct." And to that, I say this: liquid, liquid, liquid.
I'm going to assume it's Metal Gear.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. And Mari pretty much says that she's the same. Like she's that Mari's also a fake. Like she's a counterfeit Fumiko.
Yeah, and yeah, but this one was like kind of created by her mom, you know, and so he's like, "What is the real thing then?" And then they look, you know, she just kind of closes her eyes halfway. I don't know how that's supposed to be taken. Just like stares downward,
Well,
I guess.
maybe I could go like with her next line. She's like, Mari wonders why they don't just disappear. Like, I don't have a home. There's nowhere to go back to. I just want to disappear.
Well, I just want to point out that they actually did talk to Fumiko, and he asked her.
Oh yeah, like did she find her way home? And she shakes
Nope.
her head.
Nope. And then Mari says, "Why don't we disappear? I don't have a home either. There's nowhere to go back to, but I don't want to disappear." Okay, Mari, you disappeared like 3 times already. What the hell? Like okay, so she disappeared the first time, and that's when Isao took over. Then she came back, and then she's like, okay, well I got to go leave Fumiko away, and she disappeared again, and then she came back for some reason, and then actually said goodbyes to Yori, and then she disappeared again. Okay, make up your damn mind.
Well, that's kind of where she is right now. She can't. She's saying that she can't go on like this. I mean, it's too late to go back. And Isao kind of assures that it'll be okay. Yori's told him that they can survive. And she's like, that girl loves you, not me. Besides, that'll be over soon too. She'll graduate, go to college, work, get married, have kids. At some point, she'll leave. That's without question.
What do you mean it was not a question? How's that? Why can't they be together?
Well, maybe Mari's a conservative in that sense, but moving on.
Maybe Mari's conservative.
Moving on, though.
Okay.
Well,
after all this,
honestly, it's giving me flashbacks to Bitter Virgin, to be honest, where they have like the same.
Bitter Virgin. Oh, that's such a sad series.
Yeah, and that's kind of how it ended there with that assumption. But anyway,
I feel like that assumption was like also hinted to be going to be proven wrong though.
They could kind of give it the more hopeful note in that one. But
yeah, exactly.
In this case, he sounds like maybe you're right, but that's fine. Oh, there's something I want to bring up here, but we'll get that in a second. It's better that way. But enough. You don't have to look for your home anymore. Let's just go, okay? And Fumiko's like, let's go. And they all just kind of walk off together, who knows where.
Into the white light. Don't go to the white light!
Okay.
No!
There's something I'd like to bring up here. Like, it only happens a couple times, but there's a couple points where the first letter of their speech is missing. Like, for example, look at page 8 to 7, where it's like...
Oh yeah, I noticed that. Like the ut. Yeah, I thought that was a mistranslation. Or an error in translation.
It seems too consistent for that.
Well, let's see. So, but was the first one I noticed.
Yeah, that's on page, like, 8 and 7 and 8.
Let's see.
And then there's another one in... Let's see here.
But. Page... So the word but is constantly taken out.
There's also a Y in there, too. Like, in page 1650, when Mari's saying, why, that girl loves you, not me.
Oh, yeah. So, to be honest with you, I don't know if this is a translation thing.
It's too consistent. It can't be a translation thing. There must be, like, some way in Japanese where it's like it's missing a letter.
Well, keep in mind that this was all released at once, so maybe the translators got, like, really tired by the end of this.
But it's not, they're not catching it, it's not, like I said, it's the same word at least twice. That seems a little too pat. That seems a little too much to be coincidence.
Okay, but but and why? Okay, well, what does that mean then?
Beats the heck out of me. I just noticed it on there.
We can't ignore Occam's razor, okay? Mm-hmm. You know what Occam's razor is, right?
Yeah, basically, when you hear hooves, think horse, not zebra.
I've never heard of that, but
well,
yeah.
that's another version of it. Basically, it just means that the simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
Yeah.
And like I said, if it didn't happen like three specific times, two of which were like the same thing, I would be right there with the Azumi translation error. But rule of another thing you have to remember is the rule of three. Like we had it three times. That there's three. There's a pattern here. What it means, I have no idea. I can only wonder. I can only wonder if there's maybe like something in the Japanese where maybe like a certain syllable was getting left out.
Yeah, I don't think it's if it's currently translated, I don't think it just come translated well in terms of the way the languages are made.
Yeah, it could very well be like a language trick there.
Yeah, language barrier or
Yeah,
language difference or whatever it's called.
yeah.
Um,
Unfortunately, even if we had like the Japanese, I wouldn't know what to look for, so I couldn't say if I knew what's going on there.
well, and unfortunately, I'm very hesitant on showing this chapter to anyone.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, like it's pretty much been. It features three characters, ages adult, teenager, and small child, completely naked. Yeah, like I said, let's just say it fits the context. We will leave it there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's in certain movies, I know that children have been depicted nude.
And it's
Um,
less of a big deal in Japan as well, I think, in certain cases. But this is not Japan. We're like I said, we're just gonna leave it at that. I
we're in
think.
America. It's a little different here.
Yeah, so we'll just say that and we'll leave it there.
Yeah. So yeah, he has realized himself that we have come full circle. Everything's been hit.
Yep, and like I said, pretty much kind of like with the One Piece chapter, everything we've long suspected has just gotten spoken confirmation. Like this is like we finally know what we're seeing here for the like once and for all, unquestionably so.
But unfortunately, she didn't come back to her grandma's house.
That would have been so. That would have been a nice little full circle there too.
Maybe it could still happen. Who knows?
Yeah.
Because we don't know. Are they? Do you think they're gonna meld? Because that maybe might happen. Because they're not gonna leave Mari as the body as just like a catatonic husk again, are they?
I don't know. Like this could go any which direction. Like we might get like personality number four going on here with this at this point.
Well, and would that four be a combination of the previous three?
That would probably be the best outcome.
And we still have unresolved shit with the mom.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, we definitely got to figure out what the deal is with the mommy time. There's got to be a confrontation and calling out there.
um, I, the only thing I didn't like was Yori's attitude to Isao. I just
Yeah.
felt she could have been better.
Yeah, she could have at least been more courteous about it.
It's just that it's just that I felt that I understand that she had a lot of issues with this guy, but I felt that now as close to the end of the manga, I felt that part of her character development would be, hey, let's be a little nicer. Remember, she still sees Isao inside Mari. Hey, did you see what I did?
That'll drop.
And so to him, I don't know. Maybe she's upset that she thinks he's a fake or whatever, because she can't tell which is which anymore. That said, I just still telling a guy to leave his own room and so they can read his own journal in private. It comes off really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so other than that though, I enjoyed it. I said it was worth the wait.
Yeah, I mean,
Now
it's definitely now we're waiting for the aftermath.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Hey, Bleach is ending. Inside Mari's ending, and Kami got killed is close to the end. Everything's Nisekoi ended, although I don't read Nisekoi.
Yeah. I follow it off and on.
Lots of things are ending,
Yep.
except One Piece. That's only 2/3.
One Piece shall never end.
Well, let's be real.
Especially at the rate is going.
He already has the final chapter in mind.
I know. I'm being facetious.
I know, but I mean, at the end of the day, though, even One Piece needs to end eventually. Like we can't. Good stories know when to end, and I think that's what a lot of fans don't understand, or if they do understand, they kind of ignored that.
Yeah.
So I like Inside Mari generally. I mean, I do have issues with it, but I think it's at a point where it does need to end in probably I'd say 2 chapters.
Yeah. I can say
hope
maybe
not,
like actually maybe like as much as 5, depending on just how far ahead they go with this.
not 1 chapter because I think 1 chapter still
Well,
is a little
I said
too
5.
rushed. I don't no. I'm moving on to one of my other theories where I said maybe it's 1 chapter.
Okay.
I'm just thinking like maybe it's not gonna be 1. It shouldn't be 1 because that's just too much. Because you still have to fix up the thing with the mom. Unless they're gonna ignore that completely and say, oh well, she decided to be in denial for the rest of her life. I don't know. I feel like there should be some character development for the mom too. I think she should restore her relationship with her mom and her father. And
No, I don't know about restoring the relationship, but there definitely has to be some kind of calling out of some sort going on.
or some type of reconciliation. Come on, You know, like let's not end it. Let's not end this on a downer. Like, oh, I never spoke to my parents again, except for my brother occasionally. Like, let's not have that. You know.
Yeah.
I will say this: that chapter with her seeing it, with us seeing it from her point of view, and her seeing like distorted images. The mangaka Shuzo Oshimi has done this before in Akunohana.
Yes.
He did it in the last chapter of Akunohana, where you see everything from one of the characters' perspectives, and everything is freaking distorted, except for one thing, which is the other character.
Which in this case was Isao or the brother.
Well, what she saw was completely different. Everything was like shadows, and it was like horrifying in a way. But then she saw the one guy, and she saw him too. But then when she saw what he did, I think his shadow started becoming normal, and she saw an actual person. But yeah, it's very similar. I think I heard it was to show that the character was like schizophrenic or something.
Mm-hmm.
But he has done something similar before in Akunohana, and he did that in the last chapter too. So that might be telling us that we're getting somewhere close. And as I said, as much as I love this manga, I do feel like it's coming to an end, and I feel like it should commit.
Yeah.
Don't
now,
be like, I actually in my mind, don't do that.
Yeah. Now that we've actually got the actual confirmation of this that we're going on here, like that,
Yeah.
the actual confirmation that this is a mental issue, not a gender bender.
Yeah.
I think
it's like a deconstruction of a gender bender.
Yeah, or like we're at the final. We got the absolute proper confirmation of this, so I think you're right. I think we're definitely heading towards a climax here, a climax of the story, like the ending of the story.
I feel like this is the climax.
Mm-hmm.
Because the climax is not a single moment. It can take place over a certain period of time.
True enough.
I think there was a definition I learned in middle school that was like, it's like when it's at its most like I won't say exciting or entertaining, but sort of like when a lot of things are happening. So I feel like that this is part of that. I think there's also stuff like the pre-climax too and all that shit. So, but I don't really know what he's gonna do next chapter. Like it could be anything. Less. I know more though than what I know about Bleach's though, because Bleach is like literally anything.
Yeah.
This one's like I could see him going with the Maori has the new personality that's a combination of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I can see him trying to reconcile with the mom. I can also see him deciding to screw all that and rushing to the end. But I think from what I can see, Mari is ending on his own terms. I think he's saying,
yeah,
I want to.
Yeah, I don't think there's any kind of any real danger of cancellation or anything like that going on here.
Well, it's so close. At this point, why even do it? And it's 2 months, too. It's like, it's not 2 months. It's once every 2 weeks. Roughly. So, I just hope that we don't get a happiness chapter. I hope he just finishes, like, get through this one and then go to happiness. Where you have girls having sex throughout the entire chapter while on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that happens.
That's the thing that happens in that series, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we definitely are heading right towards endgame here. There's no question about that at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. Question now is, like I said, just where this endgame is going to go, and we've got a few theories out there now.
I really do want the reconciliation with the mother, because I do feel like that's really big. I do want that to happen, because she went away for something, right? I feel like maybe she felt... Did she feel bad? Like, come on. I know she was in denial when she was talking to Yori, but I hope it just doesn't end with them being just estranged. I really do want this to tie up.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, like it'll all depend on whether or not they can make the mother acknowledge she was in any way wrong.
Yeah. And the father to pay attention to your family.
Yeah, but that's I think more of a Japanese thing than anything. So I don't know if that's going to make a big deal out of it.
But he was doing it intentionally. It wasn't necessarily because he was busy. It was because he was intentionally avoiding everything.
True. Like he was just like backing out and keeping things going there.
Yeah. Remember, he has a very meek personality. Remember, that's why he when his wife was arguing with him about the name, she's like, you just let your mom do everything she wants, And he's like, sorry, and she's like, oh well, father, he caved into his grandmother's demands about the name and all this, or asking about the name and stuff like that. So yeah. But that's about it. I really hope we don't have to wait another month. I mean, it was worth it, but I just hope I don't have to go through that again.
Yeah, I mean that's like having to wait for all that just to get like all of it at once. You mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the type of guy who likes it getting in bit by bit every week, or every 2 weeks in this case.
I can be a bit of a binge reader depending on the series, so it's hard to say.
I just feel like when you binge read, you tend to neglect thinking over certain things more than you would if you had it per week, because then you have a whole week to think about one chapter.
Yeah, true. For better or worse, as some reviews may suggest.
Yeah.
So
All right.
like I said, the way Mari goes, like I said, I think getting a bit at once is better than vice versa. Just because
Yeah.
of how its pacing normally goes.
Yeah.
Right? In any case, that has been our review of Inside Mari, chapters 76, 77, and 78. Go ahead and take us away.
Liquid!